Hi, we are here today on a Thursday afternoon since we're unemployed and have nothing better to do. Today we're going to make Golbangee Moochim, which is just this sea snail. Sea snail in this kind of red pepper paste sauce, and just eat it with noodles, you have it with your drink, it's great.
So this is the main ingredient, golbangee or sea snail. We'll also be using a cucumber, some carrots, sesame leaves from the garden, and an onion. We also made some noodles earlier, which is called somen, which will also be added to the dish.
We're opening our can, and then we have to drain the liquid. You want to save it for later, which I will explain once we get there. You want to drain it. And right now it looks pretty gross. Don't think this is just nasty gunk. This is actually flavored. They actually cook it and then can it.
Delicious!
If you think this is kind of a little gross, you can kind of chop it up in more bite-sized pieces, but for now, we're just going to leave it the way it is. So we have a whole onion here, which is probably all you need is about half.
All these food waste can go in the compost later.
This dish is actually kind of a sweeter dish. It's spicy, but it's got a little sweetness in it, and already like in the can, the golbangee is already sweetened. So we wanted to kind of match that. Bowl. So we already peeled the carrots and everything, now we're just going to chop them up. Kind of slicing them.
This is a dish that's going to accompany a drink, which we'll concoct later. And when you're drunk, you don't really care what your food looks like.
No, you don't.
Okay, the carrots are done.
Cucumber, cut off the ends.
I've been in the States for 13 years now, and I've yet to find a cucumber that equals the cucumbers you can find in Korea. In Korea, you don't have all these seeds. They're so much more crunchier. Cucumber seeds. I'm hoping to grow some cucumbers so I can have that nice crunchy summer cucumber that I'm used to having in Korea.
So if you're gonna use the sesame leaves, you probably just need maybe like 3 or 4. Just use 4. There's no really special way. You just chop them up into nice slivers or slices. It has a really great smell. That's very Korean and very home.
Yes.
Reminds you of home.
Yep. We're ready to add the sauce.
Yep. First, I'm gonna start off by chopping the garlic. Once you have that finely chopped enough, you can put that in your bowl for your sauce. So into about maybe like a teaspoon of garlic, tablespoon of garlic, you put your 4 tablespoons of hot pepper paste. And all this is just really simple. Just what matches your taste, if you kind of spicy or not. We start putting everything in. We have the sesame seeds, the pepper. We'll add the soy sauce. We'll add the vodka, or cooking white wine's fine too. Add the vinegar. And most importantly, the sesame oil. I love this stuff to make everything so fragrant and beautiful. So you then need to stir it up. It's gonna be a little watery, which is kind of what we want because you're gonna want to mix this with noodles. This is a pretty good consistency. Then you want to sweeten it a little bit. So you're gonna put a little bit of sugar. And I like mine on the watery side because I love slurping the noodles. So this is when you put your reserve golbangee juice in.
Delicious.
And you mix it up. So obviously, taste as you go. So we have our sauce, our veggies, our golbangee all in the bowl. I'm just gonna mix it all together. And I'll put it all in. Pretty much. It's either hands or chopsticks, really.
I like the hands.
We have our complete dish with noodles. Thanks to Lucy. We're gonna try this one right now. So you have the chewy and the crunchy and then the noodles, the slurp. It's excellent. Thank you. So cheers, or as we say in Korean, come back.
Come back.
Ooh.